From the middle of nowhere, Arizona, I'm Phoenix with Phoenix Rising in America, and you're watching the Bird's Eye View Outdoor Edition because my studio is under construction because I'm saving up to make it even better. Alright, so today's topic will be last night's presidential primary debate for November. There's a lot of interesting issues covered, but I just want to point out that Wednesday, was also the bombshell testimony of EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland. Now, both parties really played off it as it was a success for them. Democrats were saying, this is basically the end of Trump's presidency, and Republicans were saying, no big deal, no, it's all good. But that was talked about a little bit during the debates. But I would say one of the biggest issues that I think was talked about was health care. There's been some candidates like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, for example, that have been really vocal when it comes to Medicare for all and health care. So that was talked about a lot in the beginning of the debate, and same as for impeachment. So it was really interesting. I would say maybe some viewers were a little disappointed that subjects like gun control and gun control and immigration. That's what I meant to say. Immigration were not talked about a whole lot during last night's debate. In foreign policy, it wasn't talked about a whole lot, but it wasn't completely not there. That made no sense. But they did talk about foreign policy a little bit last night. But it was a very intriguing night. And there was actually some moments that I noticed with Tulsi Gabbard, and I'm sure maybe you would too. Maybe you did too if you were watching. And that is when she kind of went after Pete Buttigieg a little bit by saying, and I'm paraphrasing, that his plan on foreign policy was horrible with he had said apparently that he wanted to send troops to Mexico to fight the cartels. Again, paraphrasing, he rebutted, nobody on the stage wants to invade Mexico. So that kind of caught some people's attention. And there was another moment with Kamala Harris after Tulsi Gabbard had said, the Democratic Party isn't by and for the people anymore. And Kamala Harris responded to that by saying, again paraphrasing, it's unfortunate that a Democratic presidential candidate has been going on Fox News the past 4 years and basically complaining about the Democratic Party. Now, one interesting fact to point out is that in 2016, Tulsi Gabbard resigned as her role as vice chair of the Democratic National Committee to go support Bernie Sanders. You may have heard about in 2016 she butted heads with Hillary, but what really made headlines was recently when Hillary Clinton basically said that she's Russia's favorite 2020 pick. I don't know if she meant that over Hillary or not. I don't know if Hillary meant that they like her more than Trump. I don't know. I actually just started thinking about that, but I'm getting off subject. So that was one of the interesting points, intriguing points that I noticed. Also, one thing that was covered during the debate was housing and housing affordability. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but former Housing and Urban Development Secretary Julian Castro was not on stage last night to debate that, which would have been interesting to see. But thankfully, we were at the First in the West event in Las Vegas just a few days ago, and he was there to talk to voters, and he came to talk to the press, and I was able to ask him about housing when it comes to kids being able to come back to a livable home. So definitely gotta go check that out. It's very interesting. So that was just one of the few things that was covered during last night's debate. I would love to hear your thoughts on the debate, so let me know. I know I had a great night last night. I was at the Arizona State University Tempe campus, or Tempe, if I'm saying that wrong, let me know. There was a watch party. They even had debate bingo, which was a lot of fun. I love bingo, and I love debates. So, perfect combination. But here from the middle of nowhere, Arizona, I'm Phoenix, with Phoenix Rising in America, and this is our country.